Okay, y'all. It's me, your girl, unstripped it to the T. And I'm telling y'all, I just felt like I need to turn the camera on right about now because I'm sitting here relaxing, and this is my last day off. I go back to work on Monday. Oh, just want to let y'all guys know, because I know in my last video, my first video, I put that I was waiting for my COVID test to come back, my test results. They came back, and I am negative. Thank you, God. But the crazy thing about it is that because the reason why I was feeling so sick and kind of feeling like the symptoms of what they told me for the COVID was similar to what I was experiencing, because I have had fever for days. I mean, fever for consecutively. I've had fever for about 5-6 days. Okay. Then I was having severe diarrhea, muscle aches, abdominal pain. I had a headache that would not quit. My headache is like well into 2 weeks now with this headache. And it would just go and come back, go and come back. This headache that just would not stop. First, I thought it was my sinuses. I do have migraines, but it wasn't a migraine. It just was this dull headache, like bad. So today, finally, I am going on 24 hours now of not having any type of fever. And my bowel movements, to not be so gross about it, is tapering off to kind of normal. I'm not going as frequent, and I'm noticing it's getting back to normal. However, I still have the issue that if I eat anything solid, hold on a second, girl, I don't know what's going on with this tripod here. If I eat anything that is like normal solid foods, I go right back to being in the bathroom. So I've been having to take it easy even though I am hungry. So, yeah. And let me tell y'all why I got on the video. Let me show y'all the whole purpose of me being on this video right now. Hang on, let me unplug y'all here. Okay, so let me show y'all. My son interrupted my day. Oh, Jesus, come on. Take the wheel, Papa, take the wheel. Okay. My son, why this thing want to swing? It want to swing, y'all. It want to swing. It don't want to do right. Hang on, let me tighten it up here in the back. There we go. There we go. Okay, my son, my second oldest son, pops up. Now, he took his son home with him. They pop up today because he had to do some stuff that was in my area. Long story short, he decides to bring my grandson back, which I don't mind my grandson being here. I really don't. But I'm not feeling all that hot, and I don't want him to catch whatever I was trying to get over. You feel me? So anyway, he comes not only with my grandson back, but he comes with my grandson and one of his big dogs. And my son has big dogs, but he has land and stuff where he stay at to have these dogs. Mama don't have all that. I got a backyard, and I got a little dog who's very temperamental, who thinks that he is a Great Dane, okay? So he brings Kobe. Let me show y'all Kobe. I just brought Kobe inside because it's hot outside. Y'all see Kobe? This is Kobe. Kobe, say hi to people. Kobe is my son's German Shepherd, who is, I think, 6-7 months old now. Kobe, sit down. Don't get excited. Sit back down. And he listens and everything, but he's big. I just mopped my floors yesterday. My kitchen ain't set up for having no kennel that big. So I'm just like, I got a candle lit because he doesn't stink. But you know, any dog, when they go outside, they smell funky. So he got my kitchen smelling some kind of way. So I just let Bishop go to the bathroom. They got to take turns, girl, because he will Debo Bishop just by trying to play with him. Come on, Bishop. Okay, here we go. Just by want to play, he jump all over Bishop, be done knock Bishop unconscious. So, Kobe, sit down. Sit down. So yes, y'all. Have y'all ever been sitting in your house and having peace and quiet and just kind of enjoying your home, and then somebody just pops up at your house uninvited with them and other people? That's how I feel. Bishop, do you feel that way? Bishop's like, I don't know, I'm thinking about it. He peeping at him like, why is that kennel in our kitchen, Mom? This is where we eat. But I don't have nowhere to put him. So he is over there, y'all. Look at him. His big old self. Kobe, sit down. Sit down. Good boy. He beautiful. We used to have a German Shepherd. When my kids were little, we had a German Shepherd. His name was Quincy. And I was only agreeing to have this dog if we got him as a puppy. My husband had a German Shepherd when he was younger named Chase. But Chase was mean as all get out, y'all. Let me tell y'all. We grew up in the projects in Brooklyn, okay? But my husband and them, I knew my husband from when we used to stay in this apartment building before we moved into the projects. Then the apartment building closed down and they relocated all the tenants that was in the apartment building over into the new projects that they had just built. So, but this was back when we were living in a apartment building, which it only had 4 floors. So my husband and them used to live right above us in the apartment on the 3rd floor. We lived on the 2nd floor. And I'm telling you, they had this huge German Shepherd. He was huge, and his name was Chase. His head alone was humongous. And when Chase came down the steps, they would have him with a big old chain, and here these kids, not grown-ups, kids, walking the dog. And the dog is basically walking them like a horse. And they would come and they would have to yell for everybody to clear the stoop. Chase is coming. And I'm telling you, everybody would scramble, get off that stoop, them steps. We have like steps in front of the building. That's a thing in the city where, you know, you hung out, you sat on the steps or whatever. Everybody would scramble. I mean, get up immediately and move, not just move like far enough distance so we gave Chase and whoever was walking them a clear pathway. Some people would even cross and go across the street and stand across by our public school to avoid that dog getting loose, okay? Chase was mean. And my husband be like, he wasn't mean. He was mean. Chase ain't like nobody except for the people that lived in his household, okay? So, anywho, I told my husband, because that was my only, knowledge of being around a German Shepherd was being terrified of the one that they had. So I said, the only way I'm going to get a German Shepherd is if I get him from a puppy, because I have to know that dog. Especially you talking about you want this dog around my boys. And I have 4 boys. Excuse the nails, y'all. I said I was sick. Okay. I'm sick, and I'm sick to the point where I was shutting in the house. Well, I wasn't trying to go to no nail salon. So my nails are looking crazy. My gel nails are overdue. So anyhow, I'll probably try to take care of that this weekend. But anyway, so My husband agreed. We picked out the dog as a family. Everybody went to go pick out the dog. We put our little names in a little hat. Everybody came up with a little name on what they felt like the dog should be named. And then whoever picked the little name out the hat, that was the name that we went with. Blah. So we went with Quincy, which I gave that dog that name from Quincy Jones. So, matter of fact, his middle name was Jones, Quincy Jones Simpson, which is a family name on my husband's side. So, anywho, we had him for 7 years, and my kids adored that dog. The dog adored my kids. He was loyal. When he was a puppy, we used to let him sleep in the room so he could know the kids' scents and so forth, or whatever. He was a very good dog. Big, though. But he was just like him, like Kobe, except for he had more black in his face, a little less tan. Well, I went to Las Vegas for a birthday trip. My aunts and them live in Las Vegas, and me and my mom's birthday is like 3 days apart. So we went to go fly out to hang out with my aunts and them, go see a show and everything for our birthday. Do you not know, during this time, my dog got shot? Oh my God, it's nothing worse than being miles away when something horrible happens back home. You know what I mean? So the thing is, we were at the at my aunt's house. I lost my train of thought for a minute. Was at my aunt's house, and my aunts and them, I think, actually got the call or something or another. I can't remember because this is a while back. My kids were little then. All my kids are grown. So we had got a rescue dog for my son, Key, whose dog, this is his dog. This is one of his 2 dogs. He has a Rottweiler Shar-Pei named Bear. Sweet as can be dog. Love him to death. Bear is huge. And Kobe, which of course he named him Kobe from Kobe Bryant. We all love Kobe Bryant, and with him and his daughter and them all passing away, my son was just like, if I ever get another dog, I'm going to name him Kobe, because that was my dog. So he named him Kobe. So anywho, Quincy was home. We had a rescue dog. My son had got one for his birthday. So we hadn't had the dog July, August, September, October, November, 4 months. Okay. But this was a grown dog. He was what was he? I don't know what he was. He was a dog from the shelter. Okay. He was a mixed breed. What they call him, a mutt or whatever. And we named him Lucky. I think because he was coming up with time where they were going to put him down. So everybody was like, we're going to name him Lucky because he's lucky that he finally got a family. So forth. With this dog, among other issues, my husband couldn't stand this dog. For lack of a better word. I don't know no other way to put it. He couldn't stand his dog. Because this dog came home and we had to give him several flea dips. Because he had a bad thing of fleas. Because wherever he was at before he went to the shelter, I think was like in a rural area, and they kept him outside or whatever. He had a bad case of it. So we did several flea dips on him. And we thought that, okay, he's fine. We took him to the vet to get it done. He sees his dad is here, so he barking. Key just came. So anyway, what you doing, Key? You thought you was going to do what? Okay, he think I'm babysitting this dog all day. Kobe! Sit down. Sit. He riled up. See, Key. Okay. Kobe, I'm talking over here. Hey. Hey. Mira. I know I was bilingual. Kobe, here. Ava, give him a treat. Not you, Bishop. This is yours. So anyway, if I can finish my story. Okay. So, long story short, the dog had a lot of issues. Fleas. Oh, that's a whole nother video. Fleas, everything. But he had a digging fascination where he would dig potholes in, my backyard. What you looking for? They were ate all up yesterday. Them chips is gone, boo. Hey, hold on 1 second. Do you want this? He got graham cracker snacks. You like these? Yeah. They're good. This is peanut flavor. Eat that. We'll stop and go to the store and get some things. I'm surprised you didn't ask for no ice cream like you normally do. So, anywho. What was I saying, y'all? Y'all gotta keep me on track. All these distractions. Kobe. Can I call him Bear? Kobe, sit down. Sit. Sit. See, he think Kevon's coming back. See, I can punch him in the throat for coming in here, and then he's not even taking him. Hang on, y'all. Bishop, where you at? There you go. He just came in the house. He see you, so he is excited.
I always put a blanket over him. That's the only way he's gonna stay quiet.
Well, what blanket I'm supposed to be using for him? Okay, it sounds like a kennel in here, a shelter. Okay, goodbye. Kobe, goodbye. Yes. I'll let him come back in a little later. I'm trying to keep him from out of that heat. I thought he would go up on the deck or something. He's sitting out in the sun. Look at him, Kevon. He about to tear your kennel up. Okay. So anyway, long story short, the dog had dug a whole bunch of holes in my backyard. My husband was furious about it because my husband was just like, oh my God, look at him. He ruining the yard. Quincy been back there all those years, and Quincy ain't never did that to the yard, which he didn't. And at that house, we had like a chain link fence. Do you not know this dog dug holes so bad that he dug holes right by the edge of the fence, and he crawled up under the fence? Well, Quincy followed suit, right? And my husband is at work. The kids are at school. I'm on vacation, celebrating my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, it's Scorpio season. I'm celebrating my birthday. I'm like, praise be to God. I get a call. My husband comes home hours later, and it's dark time. It's nighttime. And he pull up, and him and the kids are in the car, and he notices that there is blood in our driveway. So he's like, what the heck done happened, right? So he go up to the side, around the side of the house. We used to always enter, in that house, we used to always enter through our kitchen. And he see the fence all bent up. So he thought, oh God, like Quincy and them are out, right? So he looking for Quincy, and then all of a sudden he sees Quincy coming to him, and Quincy look like he hurt. Now he don't know where Lucky is at. And truth be told, I don't think my husband cared at that moment where Lucky went, because he hadn't necessarily claimed him as family yet. This is horrible. Dog lovers, don't come for me. Do not come for me. I told you this is unscripted, okay? He did not care for the dog. Okay, the dog hadn't been there long enough to grow on him, and the dog had caused several issues, which I hadn't went into all that caused him to feel like, about this particular dog. Now, we done had Quincy at this point for 7.5 years. So, of course, he takes the dog, and he sees blood, And so he sees it around his mouth. So he thought that he tore his jaw going up under the chain link fence. So he put him in the car. Didn't even take my kids out of the car. Some of them was asleep. And rushed him to a 24-hour vet. You get to the vet, y'all. And the vet takes x-rays only to tell my husband that your dog did not rip his jaw. Your dog was shot in the face. Girl, my husband was just like, what? Shot in the face? Like, what the? So they did the x-rays and everything on him and said that the way that he was shot, it tore his jaw so bad that he would have to have this whole thing, his whole jawline and everything reconstructed, which ain't no telling how much this is going to cost. And they was like, we really can't even tell you just yet what you're looking at. And then he's going to have to learn how to chew and eat all over again. So he may have to be on IVs and this, that, and the other. And we can't even promise, even after all that, which that was a lot to take, that his quality of life would be the same. And now we're talking about a healthy 7.5 pure German Shepherd that we got from a breeder that bred German Shepherds and had top of the line AKC breeds. Okay? We're devastated. I get the phone call. I'm devastated. Okay? Me, who never even wanted a large dog, now love this dog. Everybody in my family loved this dog. We're devastated. My kids are devastated. They had never experienced anything like this before. Okay? Long story short, we had to put the dog down. My husband came to the house, though. This is rewinding back a little bit. That was just the end version, that the dog had to be put down. Okay? My husband gets home from the vet. Now, Quincy had to stay there overnight, of course, right? So we deliberating on what we're going to do. He's like, I got to get in contact with my wife. My wife is not even in town. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the other. Like, he gets home, and on our answer machine is the police department saying that they had to shoot our dog in self-defense, y'all. That they had to shoot my dog. And my neighbors all told my husband the story that they saw Quincy and the other dog, which they didn't know who the other dog was, but my neighbors knew Quincy, and they appreciate us having Quincy, because if any of my neighbors went out of town on either the left or the right, baby, you wasn't getting in and going in the back of their house and trying to do no kind of foolishness, because Quincy would sound the alarm. Do you hear me? He will sound the alarm. So they loved that, because they was like, we kind of feel like he's our security just like he's y'all's. So anywho, the neighbor of mine, who was a state trooper, one of them was a state trooper, said, we seen the police came, somebody called animal control because the little dog was walking up and down the block, right? And Quincy was out, but Quincy was not, I'm telling you, when he was smart, he stayed on our property. He would not leave our property. He would go from our driveway to the edge of our driveway, back on our front porch, and was sitting there. So I think he was waiting for somebody to come home. Do you not know? Because he was so trained to the point when my husband had him, he could walk in without a leash. He stopped. He wasn't moving unless my husband gave him the go-ahead that he could move. Okay? So Quincy was not going to get off the property. They came, and the little dog came back, and I guess Quincy took on like a big brother role with the little dog, even though the little dog hadn't even been there that long. The little dog was barking and carrying on, my neighbors said, to the police and animal control. And I guess they were trying to take him. Now, why are they trying to take the dogs that have collars on them? They obviously are not stray dogs, okay? One of the neighbors I heard across the street said the dogs belong to the people that live in that house there. Like, why would they do that? It wasn't like my dog was biting people. Even the little dog, Lucky, wasn't biting people or had bit someone. So they tried to apprehend my dogs. So they tried to put the little thing around the dog's neck, and Quincy started barking at him. I guess that was his way of communicating, like, yo, what you doing? Okay. How about they going to pepper spray my dog in his face, which only antagonized him. Okay. So then he lunged, and they said that they shot him in the face. In the face? Okay, first of all, you gonna shoot him in the face. You shooting to kill my dog. That's a headshot. Girl, we was so upset. And to this day, people are like, why didn't y'all sue, whatever? I think what it was, we weren't even thinking about suing. We was so hurt and so devastated that our dog was gone. We didn't even think past the injustice or being wrong. Or we felt like it's not going to bring him back. He's gone. My kids are crying. They're crying. You know, they felt like he was family. You know what I'm saying? I'm crying. I never cried so much for a dog in my life. Since then, I've lost 2 dogs. The sickness, like 2. Now, this one turned into a dog video. But anyway, long story short, he passed away. And when I see this dog here, it reminds me of Quincy so much. And my son said, I've always wanted to give me another German Shepherd after what happened to Quincy. So I kind of got to be nice about it because of the backstory on that. But at the same time, he came and disturbed my peace for real, for real. So anyway, it's quiet in here now because the dog is outside. But I just thought I'd get on this video here and just share that with y'all because this is just real life and this is just some of the things that happen. I'm going to sit down and get into this Netflix series. I've been looking for a good series to watch. So I'm getting ready to get into this. It's something about called Curse. I don't know what all it's about, whatever. But I am watching The Chi. Are y'all watching? Does any of y'all know about The Chi? I guess it's short for Chicago. I'm pretty sure it is short for Chicago. It's on Showtime, y'all. And when I say my dad told me about it, because he know I be on the show, so I guess he assumed I knew about the show. It's on season 3. I'm on season 2 now. I've basically been binge watching it before I got sick. I haven't watched that at all while I was sick because I've been sleeping, so I really wasn't watching too much of nothing but my back of my eyelids. But anyway, the show is good. It's on Showtime. And if you don't have Showtime, you can do like I'm doing. For the first 2 months, they have a special going on where you can get on with Showtime for 99 cents, y'all. 99 cents. You can't beat that. For 60 days. But anywho, my 60 days is going to be up in September. But I think I may keep it for a little bit because I've been liking some of the shows and stuff that I've been seeing. I hadn't had Showtime for years since I stopped having DirecTV. But anyway, watch it. Check it out. It's a good show. It's a real show about some real subjects. But I'm telling you, once you watch one episode, you will be stuck. Put in the comments, y'all, if any of y'all check that show out and what y'all think about that show. All right. But anyway, what's all that? Oh. So anyway, yeah, put it in the comments and let me know if you've seen the show and if you like the show. Me and my husband been watching the show. I have to be careful though when I binge watch a show because my husband will say that you don't watch episodes past me. So I have to make sure that I wait for him because he hate when I say I'm already past that part. So In the past, though, let me tell y'all, I used to do this little sneakiness where I would watch it and then he'd come and sit down and he'd be like, you seen this already? Where are you at? And I'm like, no, I didn't see it. And I'll sit up there and watch 2 and 3 episodes with him knowing I already know what's going to happen. So, but I stopped doing that because I'm like, just wait. The show ain't going nowhere. So, anywho. But, yeah. So, it's hot again. I think it's like 90-something degrees outside again. So if you are out, be safe, because I know that the news has been saying that this is not just a North Carolina thing. We having it all across the board. I mean, we got everything going on where it's hot as hell. The locusts is coming. The dust storms are coming. COVID, the plagues are here. We had killer mosquitoes, I think, or something. Some kind of craziness with the mosquitoes. We've had all kinds of strange events happening. So just be careful, y'all. Stay prayed up. If you don't know him, you better ask somebody. Because it's crucial time. It's a crucial time that we live in right now. So anyway, y'all like my shirt? Yes, I love comics. I love Marvel. I love DC comics, all that. I love all that. I'm like one of them chicks that don't think it's for guys only. Yes, I will be up in there with my sons every time. X-Men, Iron Man, Captain America, all of them had them shows going on. The movies will come on. I'll be up in there like, yep, we got our tickets. Y'all got y'all tickets? And we fill up a whole back row watching them shows. God knew. I wanted a girl. Trust and believe. Every time I was pregnant, I was just like, this one is going to be a girl. God was like cracking up. Like he was like emoji rolling, side, laughing like I'm weak. I had boys. God knew that I was supposed to be a mother of boys, not no girl. Even though I thought, oh yes, I want a little girl and we're going to be able to bond. The more I think about it, the way I'm set up, no. I needed to have boys. God knew. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoy y'all Friday. TGIF. I'm excited about Friday. Even though I'm not working today, I'm still excited about Friday. I think I will be excited about Fridays till Jesus comes back. It's just something about Fridays where you just wake up and you go, thank you, God. I want to know who the first person was that said, thank God it's Friday. Because I think we owe them some money. Him, he or she. I would like to think that it was a girl. I really think that that was a female that said, oh, thank God it's Friday. And somebody heard it and ran with it. And getting all the credit. And they ain't getting no money. That person is owed restitution. So if you are that person, I'm going to give you your credit where credit is due. Thank God for you. Okay. I'm going to go. Love you. Peace. Stay unscripted. Stay unfiltered.